bridal party stopped talking after the florist slid, the revision invoice across the desk. I did not expect flowers to become a character test. But weddings turn ordinary objects into evidence fast. My cousin Serena asked me to help plan because I work in procurement and know how to read vendor language without getting emotional. I notice when creative flexibility really means you are paying later. Serena's mother, my Aunt Diane, was paying for most of the wedding and behaving accordingly. In a polished, self-sacrificing style that needed witnesses, she kept saying Serena should have exactly what she wanted, then quietly reworked decisions until they also reflected Diane's standards. The florist, Kendra, ran a studio in Richmond. She was calm, expensive, and hard to rush. At the first consultation, Serena asked for soft spring colors, loose garden arrangements, and nothing too formal. Kendra took notes. Diane nodded and added, but elevated, which is one of those words that always costs more. The proposal came a week later. Bridal bouquet, bridesmaid bouquets, ceremony arch florals, centerpieces, entry arrangement, cake flowers, delivery, setup, strike, high but reasonable, deposit paid. Then Diane started emailing Kendra directly. At first, it looked small. A fuller entry arrangement because guests see that first. Better ribbon because photos matter. More stems on the arch because empty space reads cheap. Serena hates direct conflict. Every time I asked whether she was okay with her mother going around her, she said, "It's easier this way." 2 weeks before the wedding, the bridal party had a final design review at Kendra's studio. Serena brought her maid of honor Lila, her sister-in-law, Diane, and me. Instead of confirming details, Diane started revising things in real time. She wanted the bridesmaid bouquets fuller because photography flattens everything. She wanted ivory ribbon switched to champagne because ivory looked unfinished. She wanted the arch rebalanced because one side looked sparse. Serena barely spoke. Lila kept looking at her for a signal that never came. I asked whether those changes were in the sign proposal. Diane said, "We're not rebuilding anything, we're refining details." That annoyed me because details are exactly where vendors stop smiling and start invoicing. Kendra said she was happy to price revisions after the meeting. Diane smiled and said, "I assumed we were still inside the original creative scope." I said, "That is not how itemized floral contracts usually work." Serena said my name quietly, which was her way of asking me to stop being right in public. Nobody argued after that. Kendra finished the walkthrough, then disappeared into the back office. When she came back, she was carrying one page on a clipboard. She set it on the table and slid it toward Diane. Revision invoice. Expanded bouquet volume. Premium ribbon substitution. Additional arch materials. Redesign labor. Rush processing due to production timeline. Total due. $1,480. Diane picked up the page and said, "This cannot be correct." Kendra said, "These are the revisions requested outside the signed proposal." Then she placed a second page beneath it. Dates. Request summaries. Diane's messages. Lila looked down fast. Not because she was shocked. Because she recognized the pattern, Diane said she had only been offering feedback as mother of the bride. Kendra said feedback becomes revision when it changes product count, material grade, or labor time. Serena finally asked, "Did you tell me all of this was included?" Diane said she thought it was. That was not the same as yes. The invoice got paid. After that, Serena stopped letting her mother handle vendor communication. Every email copied me or Lila. Every change stayed in one thread. I was not trying to embarrass Diane. I was trying to stop a trick she has used for years, where one person creates extra cost and then acts shocked that someone wrote it down. Kendra just happened to write it down before the room could choose a more flattering story.